Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Togo TV. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, guys. Back with another transfer daily. And yeah, we're gonna start off with obviously. Listen, what a win it was yesterday. The watch along, I enjoyed it. Big up to everyone that was in the watch along yesterday. Big up all your damn selves, and big up to everyone that's been subscribing. Um, and yeah, people, listen. Yeah, like I said, the Arsenal win yesterday was absolutely crazy. 4-1 to the Arsenal yesterday against Leverkusen. Great preseason game. But listen, 9 days now. 9 days now until we got 9 days now until no 8 days actually until the Premier League starts, because the Premier League starts actually next week Friday. So 9 days, but for Arsenal, but it's 8 days. But for Arsenal, we got 9 days because we play next week Saturday. So for us it's 9 days till we start our Premier League campaign. But the Premier League is back in 8 days. Next week Friday is the first Premier League game, Man United and Fulham. But yeah, I'm so excited for the Premier League to be back. This season is going to be crazy. But listen, people, yeah, like I said, it was a good win for Arsenal yesterday. But yeah, we're here to talk transfers, and we're going to start off with the one and only Miguel Moreno. And I'm gonna keep saying, like I say every time when I say his name, right? It's I don't know what it is, because like everyone just wants to know. Listen, we are going to get Miguel Moreno, but again, when? When is this deal going to be wrapped up? When are we going to get Miguel Moreno? This deal needs to be gotten over the line now. It's Thursday today now. We need to get this deal done. This deal needs to be wrapped up now. I feel like for me, this is becoming a disgrace now. How is this deal not wrapped up? I don't understand. How an Arsenal are taking so long to finish up this deal? It's absolutely crazy. But again, Arsenal need to hurry up with this deal, because this is a player that we need to bring in. Because I say it again, he can play as a six, and he can play as a bit of an eight as well. But I have a feeling he'll come in, yeah, and play on that like left, on that like around that left side, that left midfield role. But again, this deal needs to get wrapped up now. Like I've been saying this for time. Everyone's been saying this for time. We need to get Miguel Moreno in now, so we can go get a striker, and we can go get hopefully a backup winger if we can for Saka, because we need competition down our right side. So yeah, Miguel Moreno, and yeah, listen. Oh yeah, and our outgoings, I'll save them for last. Now moving on, Victor Osimhen. Now again, he still remains interested for Arsenal. Victor Osimhen is another interest by Arsenal. Report came out this week that everyone saw that Chelsea have dropped out the race. It's because I think it's because of his like salary, like his contract is way too high, and apparently if Osimhen doesn't want his salary to be dropped, his wishes is to keep the same salary he has at Napoli right now. So Chelsea have dropped out of getting Osimhen because of his salary. So Arsenal, PSG, and some of the Saudi clubs, they're interested in him, and the Saudi team, us three, are interested in Victor Osimhen. Arsenal, this is Arsenal's chance, because see how Chelsea have dropped out now. This leaves a good bit of space for Arsenal to try. And if we can get a deal for Osimhen, like I said, that'll be a brilliant deal, because this guy could get you goals. If we can bring in Victor Osimhen, for me, that's an absolute brilliant signing for Arsenal. Absolutely brilliant. I would love that. If we could bring this guy in, I think that'll be top quality business from Arsenal and Edu and Arteta. Absolutely quality, because this guy can get you goals, especially if we did have a Victor Osimhen up front, or I don't know, a Gyökeres or someone, yeah. The amount of crosses we'll put into the box for them. Osimhen, I'm telling you, he's one of those strikers. Yes, I've seen him do it for Napoli. I know that's the Italian league, but again, he's tall enough, because Osimhen is like 6 foot something. He's tall enough. He could win headers for like days. I'm telling you, this guy is an absolute baller. If we could get him in, absolute class business for Arsenal. Absolutely class. But we have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, Victor Osimhen is still linked. Victor Gyökeres, another striker. Listen, we have to keep that name up there in our heads, because say if we can't get Victor Osimhen, Gyökeres is the like. Also, we saw a few days ago that apparently Arsenal are more leaning to Victor Gyökeres, but ever since like that news came out around like Monday, Tuesday, it's been like 2 days now since the report about that. It's been quiet about around Victor Gyökeres. I feel that Arsenal are trying to negotiate both clubs at the same time here, because say just in case we drop out Osimhen, the Gyökeres option is still there. So whatever Arsenal are doing behind the scenes, you never know. It could be interesting. Something could happen in the upcoming days. You never know. We could see a shocker in the transfer window. But like I said, with transfer windows, shockers happen. Like I said, Gallagher Alvarez for me is a shocker. Gallagher and Julian Alvarez to Atletico. No one would ever see that coming in this transfer window. Never seen that coming, especially the Alvarez one. But yeah, like I'm saying, if whatever Arsenal cooking behind the scenes, I feel it could be good. But yeah, Victor Gyokeres, we've got to remember to keep him up on ours because that's another player that's linked. For me, another good option as a striker, a very good option for me. Because like I said, another player that can score goals. But again, he had a very good season last season. But again, if we did bring him in, can he produce and bring that performance to the Prem? Remember, the Premier League is a massive step up. One of the best league in the world. It's a massive step up. The Premier League. It's more. This league is more faster, more got more aggression. Like teams are on you. You can't be like when you're in the Premier League. You got to be quicker the ball because it's with the toughest league in the world. You got to show why you can handle the pressure in this league when you come to England. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, Victor Gyokeres still linked to a move to Arsenal. 25 years of age, and remember, like I said around a few weeks ago when we was talking about Victor Gyokeres, remember they lowered their price. Remember his release clause is 88 million. I think it's 88 or 85 million euros. His release clause, but his value was 80 million, but they decided to lower it because they decided to lower it. They lowered the price. I think they went around, what was it, 60 to 70 million, or was it just 60 million? It's one of them lot, but they lowered it too. But that's decent. That's decent. At least they lowered the price. But again, remember I told you, I saw news a few weeks ago that Arsenal apparently were ready to pay the release cost, but that's what confused me about the release cost. So he didn't want to pay the 80 million, which is his value, but he will pay the release cost, which is like 85 million euros, something like that. It just didn't make sense. But yeah, Victor Gyokeres. Again, let's talk about wingers now. Remember, ages ago we were linked with Bakayoko. That one has dropped now. I don't know what's going on with him. Nico Williams, we know he's not leaving now. He's staying at Athletic Club for another season. He's staying there. And listen, Leroy Sané still on the list, another winger. Leroy Sané, again, linked to a move to Arsenal. Like I said, for me, Premier League proven, won Premier League titles with Pep. I think he won it twice with Pep. He won an FA Cup. You know, Sané is an absolute baller for me. This guy, he can play on the right wing and the left wing. But if he comes in, like I said, for me, we'll be using him. I think he'll be used on the right by Mikel Arteta. That's what I think, because that'll bring proper competition to Saka. And Leroy Sané, how old is he now? Like around 26, 27. So good age now, around his prime. So yeah, good age to bring him in. Pedro Neto, another winger that we'll link to. Again, you know, there's players out there again. Like Pedro Neto that get injured and stuff like that. Pedro Neto's another winger that's been linked to Arsenal. We don't know what's going on with that one. Pedro Neto again, for me, like I said, if we did bring him in, the only thing that worries me is his injury record. Like when he plays for Wolves, outstanding. He's effective in like every single game that he plays for. He'll do bits for you if he plays for your club. But again, like I said, injury record for Arsenal is important for us. When we get players for us right now, we need to look at our injury record because again, the amount of players that get injured for us is an absolute joke. So yeah, that's why when we get players, you've got to look at their injury record. And again, Pedro Neto is an injury player that worries me because if we get him in, like I said, the Arsenal and the medical team, they got to do everything they can to keep this guy fit. Everything they can. So yeah, let's moving on to the outgoings now. Eddie Nketiah. Now news came out yesterday. Arsenal. It happened during my watch along yesterday. Arsenal. Reports came out yesterday. Arsenal will be lowering their value for Eddie Nketiah. They were demanding around 35 million, but they're lowering their price for Eddie Nketiah now. Now for me, that's good from Arsenal. They've realised, but for me, yeah, I feel that's a bit too late now because Arsenal rejected 3 bids already. Like, what was the first one? 20 something million? So I think the first one was like 23 million. The second one was like 25. The third one was like 27, something like that. And then, yeah, again, rejected. Apparently Marseille are planning to put a fourth bid in. But again, if this fourth bid gets rejected, while they're still negotiating, because Arsenal and Marseille they've reopened negotiations, and Marseille are also looking at other options just in case if they do put in a fourth bid and it doesn't get accepted, for me, I have a feeling, yeah, if they put in this fourth bid, I think Arsenal might accept it. I can't lie, because they've realised it's 35 million is not real, it's not worth it, and they realise, yeah, that they're not going to get 35 million for Eddie Nketiah. There's no way. I don't think any team is bidding 35 million for Eddie Nketiah. I'm sorry. So yeah, Arsenal got to be realistic and real with their value for him. So yeah, if I think if Marseille do put in another bid, it would be around 30 million. 30 million. That's what I think they'll bid. So yeah, we have to wait and see. So Eddie Nketiah, Marseille, we have to wait and see what happens. Reece Nelson, another one. Now again, another player that's linked to a move away. West Ham, Leicester were interested. Again, we don't know what's happening with him. Reece Nelson, but there's I think Kivior, Reece Nelson, and maybe Nketiah. We've got to try looking to make sales off. We've got to look to try and make profit off them three. But again, I have this weird feeling. I have this weird feeling that one of them will stay. I don't think one of them will leave. But I have a feeling. I think Reece Nelson and Nketiah, by the end of this window, they could leave because of like the reports that I've been seeing over the last few weeks about them like getting linked away. I think Nketiah, Marseille, if the negotiators could do one, Arsenal could negotiate a deal with them. I think that one could go well.